Hello there everybody, this is CwapTheNintendin here, and welcome to another edition of Platinum Impressions. Today, as you couldn't probably tell by the intro, is very exciting because this is a game I've been waiting for ever since its first day. I am going to talk about Sonic Mania, the newest Sonic game that was released last week actually, for the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. I am very sorry, PC owners, you'll have to wait until the 29th. I am so sorry. I really am, but we'll just have to wait. And don't be idiots. Don't refund the game. Support this game. Just support it. I have been waiting for this game ever since late July of last year, when it was first announced along with Sonic Forces. And I think it's pretty damn obvious which one I was more excited for. And as soon as I saw the studios that were working on this game in the announcement trailer, I knew the faith would be very, very strong. Christian Whitehead, who helped remaster Sonic CD and made it very competent, along with remastering Sonic 1 and 2 for mobile devices, please release onto consoles or PC, please, was at the helm for this game, and judging from his past works, he and his partners know how a classic Sonic game should feel and should play. So I had faith that this would be good on arrival. As more and more got revealed for the game up until early August of this year, my hype for this game just raised through the roof and went into outer space because this became one of my most anticipated games of the year. Which honestly is very unprecedented. It's been a very, very long time since I got super excited for a Sonic game. Not since Sonic Advance 2 in 2003 have I been this hyped. Okay, maybe you can count Generations in 2011, but I really only remember being a little bit excited for it because, well, it's a Sonic game and, you know, it was going to be nostalgia. Yeah, so that was the thing. But now, in the year of 2017, when Sonic Boom pretty much dashed the hopes of many, even though it was a spin-off, Mania is here at last to save the day and surpass all. But now, in the year of 2017, when Sonic Boom dashed the hopes of many, even though it was clearly a spin-off and not anything else, Mania is finally here to save the day and surpass all of your expectations. And I will be spoiling parts of the game in this video. There won't be all totally spoilers, but just keep in mind that these videos are going to be slightly spoilerific. So if you haven't played Mania yet, what are you doing? Like, get your console. Just do it. Just go. Support this game so we can possibly get more games like this. Just go. Do it. Do it. So, Sonic Mania takes place after 3NK, therefore retconning Sonic 4, I guess. And I'm gonna give credit to the manual because you'd probably get it one at San Diego Comic-Con for visiting that behind-the-scenes Sonic Mania panel there about a month ago. So, after Sonic 3NK happened, Sonic and Tails went back to their home to relax after their Angel Island adventures, when Tails picks up a strange energy that's unrelated to the Chaos Emeralds. The energy is radiating from Angel Island, so Sonic and Tails board the tornado plane in order to investigate. Dr. Eggman also gets the energy reading, and of course, he wants to use it for its evil ambitions. So, he creates a squad of brand new robots called the Hardboiled Heavies in order to fulfill his tasks. And as you would expect, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, who was caught up in the action, get caught up in Eggman's evil schemes as they blast through zones old and new, thanks to the strange energy radiating from this gem called the Phantom Ruby. And they have to blast through those zones old and new, of course, in order to defeat the Eggman. So, there you go. That's basically all there is. All I can say here is that Sonic 3 and Knuckles managed to simply tell a story through small cutscenes in between levels. And it's honestly no different here. even though some cutscenes just don't exist for whatever reason. I mean, Really, whenever you think about it, like, the transition from Stardust Speedway to Hydro City is, well, pretty much non-existent. The transitions pretty much stop after Marat Saloon anyway, which is the level after Hydro City. So, yeah, I don't get it, but whatever. I'll commend the team for telling the story just like, 3 and K did, so there you are. What really sells Sonic Mania is that it's a true-to-form classic Sonic experience. Now, of course, we had plenty of those in the past. Well, pretty much the entirety of Sonic 4 was that, and Generations was basically the basis for, the nostalgia, and in some sense, the upcoming Sonic Forces, where classic Sonic is playable. But never have we had an actual return to the 16-bit aesthetic look from the Genesis games, all the way from the backgrounds to the sprite work. But also, can I just say that these sprites are incredible to look at? They're so fluid, and they're really fun to watch in motion, just like everyone just running and everywhere, and every single sprite in the cutscenes just acting so fluid. They animated the frig out of Eggman. It's so great, honestly. Each zone is brimming with detail, like Studiopolis's film reels and TV screens, and ooh, it's so pretty. Like honestly, when it comes down to just getting the style of the Genesis games down, these guys know how to do it. I mean, they were limited to keeping it just like the Genesis games, but nothing past the Saturn from what I've read. And they've done a damn good job on making this game look beautiful. Like, beautiful. And honestly, all I have to say here on the graphics department is Press Garden Act 2 is probably like my favorite looking zone in the game aesthetically, because oh my god, it looks so beautiful. It really does look like something out of Freedom Planet. It looks so good. Also, do I even need to say what I think about the music? T-Loops is a god among men. Seriously, follow his stuff. He actually did a couple of remixes of old Sonic tunes in the past. And now that he's working on Sonic Mania, all I can say is I can't get enough of his music. It's so damn good. It really is. His remixes are incredible, and the new tracks he composes for each of the new zones in the game are spectacular. This is a damn fine soundtrack, and I would get it on vinyl. I would honestly get it on vinyl. So, as you would expect, Sonic Mania pretty much plays exactly like the Genesis games of old. They have the same physics, the same momentum, same everything. Each character acts and behaves the same way as they did in the old Genesis games as well. Everyone can spin dash, but only Sonic can use the elemental shields, additional effects like the electric shield's ability to double jump, and use the new drop dash ability, which you do by holding the jump button while on the air to gain some extra momentum when you lay on the ground. It's actually kind of a useful technique. So yeah, Sonic can use the elemental shields, only Tails can fly for a short time, and Knuckles can glide and climb on walls as you would expect. and destroy obstacles too strong for Sonic and Tails. This adds a lot of replayability to each playthrough, just as you would expect, just to explore higher pathways with the character that can fly, and, in Knuckles' case, sometimes have altered level design. Case in point, Knuckles starts off in Green Hill Zone in the underground section rather than Sonic and Tails, because according to the story, Knuckles is just chilling out on Angel Island when all this stuff was going on, and he suddenly gets warped into the Green Hill Zone beam, I guess, by the Phantom Ruby, and he has to start off on the underground section. And also, in the case of Mirage Saloon Act 1, Sonic and Tails have to go through a tornado stage. Knuckles gets knocked off, as you would expect see from the beginning, and he has to take a different route. So, yeah, that's what I like about these sort of Sonic games. You never know what you're going to do with one character until you try it out with another character. It's so good. Again, so much replayability. And, you know, it's all dependent on difficulty, honestly. However you want to have your Sonic Mania experience to be. Like, if you want to have an easy time, go ahead and pick Tails because, you know, he can fly and say, screw you, level design. You want the normal way, you go for Sonic. Or Sonic and Tails. Or if you want a slightly harder version of the game, then you probably want to go Knuckles. Of course, I played through this game like so many times already, I just can't get enough of it. And it's the level design that allows it to be so replayable. Sonic Mania's design takes every little bit of every single classic Sonic game and melds it into one entity. Although it mainly takes the explorative design from Sonic CD, except without the whole time traveling mechanic. There's a lot of pathways to go on and plenty of ways to reach them, through the exploits of spin dash jumping or just gliding, climbing up walls, or just flying. Each playthrough, I'm trying out a new pathway to reach the end stage boss, or just discovering new things like the special stage rings locations or the secret item boxes. That's what I love about these Sonic games, or especially Sonic 3 and K. It's just that there's so much replayability that you just want to try out everything. Just everything. And it also rewards you by going off the beaten path sometimes. Like, each and every time I explore a new area, I always get rewarded with a little goodie. Even though in some random case it just leads to a dead end. But most of the time, it rewards you for being an explorer, and I like that. I really, really like that. It's honestly more rewarding to explore pathways than Sonic 3 and K, to be honest, because even though I played that several times already, I honestly just didn't feel like exploring the joint, if I'm gonna be perfectly frank here. Each zone and act has its own little quirk that makes it unique from the rest. All the new zones have interesting ideas, like Mirage Saloon's gun cannons and water sprays, and especially that boss fight, which I will not spoil, but I'll just say, they remembered the boys! And it's like I said before, Press Garden is actually a really unique zone, because, well, Act 1 is just sort of this ancient newspaper factory type thing. And it has really nice aesthetics for that too. And Act 2 being the Ice Garden. And again, looks like something out of Freedom Planet. It's so good. Ironic considering that Freedom Planet was Sonic inspired. I know I'm not saying pretty much all the new zones just to keep, things, not spoilerific. I mean, I'm only leaving out like one more new zone. But that's just to give you an idea of how fresh these new zones are. The old zones returning may possibly have repeat syndrome with Act 1, well, kind of like Green Hill Zone, with combining Acts 1 and 2 with some new level designs here and there, and especially Chemical Plant with, combining Act 1 and Act 2, of course. But Act 2 of the remix zones is where the freshness really starts to shine, to make these old zones feel new and exciting. Chemical Plant Zone Act 2 is a prime example of this. And it's like I said, Act 1 has the usual intertwining pathways and Pink Wonder PTSD that we all know. But Act 2 is surprisingly very creative. It has you going around injecting the toxic water with jelly in order to bounce up higher, pretty much just like Wacky Workbench does. Including one hell of a boss fight. Again, I won't spoil that one, but damn. But these remix zones of classic zones are still amazingly fun to play through, and I'll play them as many times as I need to. And that's not even to include the brand new special stages here too. Because the special stages are actually really, really fun. Because, well, you find them pretty much just like you normally would with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, in that you would have to find the giant special rings. And you would have to go into this Sonic 3D / Sonic art inspired, special stage where you have to catch the UFO. You basically just have to, well, use blue spheres in order to, well, go faster. And you have to collect rings for more time. Honestly, these might be my favorite special stages in the entire series, almost. Because, don't get me wrong, I mean, I've grown tired of the half-pipe as much as the next guy. But, like, I still think some iterations of the half-pipe and some random ideas for special stages could be fun. But, trust me, dude, these special stages are, like, so good. They are so good, and especially their music. Oh, I can't get enough of that. I really can't get enough of it. If I did have any sort of minor complaint about anything in this game, it's just some missed opportunities and one thing that could have made the game feel, fresher and newer. The missed opportunities being the addition of the Sonic 3 and K bonus stages. The bonus stages from checkpoints are the blue spheres from Sonic 3. And while those are taxing but fun, they could have added the other bonus stages from the other Sonic 3 and K, like, the gumball machine, the casino, and the glowing spheres, which I really, really enjoy. Just for some extra lives and more chances for more elemental shields. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like going after the blue spheres to unlock additional content. But I would have liked some more variety in the bonus stages, really. I got so hyped, too. I got really, really hyped about it, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be for whatever reason. Also, the one thing that could have been improved on is the old to new stage ratio. There's 12 zones in the game. 8 of them are old, 4 of them are new. That basically means that 2/3 of the game is just remix zones. And, yeah, there's just remix zones, and only like the last third of the game is just new material. Now, technically, you could argue that Generations sort of did that same thing with reusing levels and bringing them into new design. But that's the thing. The whole point of Sonic Generations was to celebrate the best of Sonic stages. That's why we only had remix stages, Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary, all that stuff. Sonic Mania is sort of the same case here, except it had the chance to mix in old levels with the classics, as advertised in its very first trailer. So, an 8:4 ratio in levels isn't exactly a good thing. But, at the end of the day, regardless of there being more old zones than new, they're still really, really awesome, and I have very little to complain about in terms of their overall design. And, again, if you want to mix in the Eggman boss fights with the Harp World Heavy boss fights, they're just really, really fun and really, really good. And, I don't even care if, if there are more old zones than new. The new zones really, really do stand out. But it's just that the old zones just make things feel, sort of familiar. Like, okay, pretty much starting off in Oil Ocean, you only have like 4 more levels to go, right? So after Oil Ocean, okay, I don't look at the screen. Oh, hey, look, it's Lava Reef. Okay, that stage is fun. And, after that, it's Metallic Madness. And I'm just like, ooh, Metallic Madness, okay. Another remix level, please give me another one. And then the final zone is a new zone, Titanic Monarch, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And then the game ended. Aww. I'm not even gonna go into my time spoiling what other stuff that you can unlock, because, I really, really would like to go into detail. I really, really would, because those extras are just so damn good. But, I guess but it's not my deal to spoil, like, any major spoilers about the game. So you'll have to wait for the game to come out on PC if you want to see. Or you could just go play the game right now. Just go for it. Sonic Mania, in total, was definitely worth over a year's wait. It's a game made by the fans, for the fans, and I've never had such a more fun time with a Sonic game all the way through since Sonic Generations. With brilliant level design and major replayability, for $20, you're honestly getting one of the best games of the year for your hip, cool new next-gen systems. I'm sorry, PC people, don't refund and wait until the 29th. You can wait. In terms of my 2D Sonic totem pole, I would honestly have to say that 3 and K and Mania are basically both equal to each other. I mean, 3 and K does have slightly better variety when it comes to the bonus stages, but Sonic Mania is still incredibly phenomenal for a 2D Sonic game. I can very easily recommend Sonic Mania for any fan of 2D platformers, and maybe if you missed out on the chance to play any 2D Sonic game, or you just didn't feel like, Sonic 1 and 2 were, your cup of tea. I don't really know why I say that, I just roll with it. Now's your chance to see what you're missing. If you aren't really a huge fan of, Sonic games, you're just casual, unlike me, you're probably going to miss out on all the callbacks that this game makes, because this game does have plenty of callbacks, but if this is your first Sonic game, then, great, go see what inspired this shit, do it. But as for me, this was incredible. This was honestly very, very incredible. I mean, it's still like a 2 to 3 hour game, but those 2 to 3 hours are just absolutely amazing. I can't really sing my praises about this game enough. It's just so damn good. In fact, I'm going to play it again, literally after I record all the stuff I need to record today. Yay! That's basically all I have to say about Sonic Mania. It's just so damn good. I'm still playing it. I'm going to finish my playthroughs on every single file, then delete my data, and then just do more playthroughs of it. It's just so damn good. It's just too damn good. I can't get enough of it. At least until, some other game steals my attention away. Damn you, Mario Odyssey! I still love you. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Sonic Mania. It's such a damn good game. I don't even know why I'm still talking. I should probably play it, but I have a lot of other stuff to record today, so next time on Platinum Impressions, we're going to go back to the 1960s, y'all, with Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Should be good. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.